in just this early portion of the season. First pitch strike to Kenny Ishikawa, the designated hitter for the Red Hawks today. Starting all 7 games for the Red Hawks. Pulls this one to Zach Talia over at first. He'll step on the bag. 3 unassisted in the scorebook, and there's 1 away. Marked as a utility player on this roster. Goes after the high fastball from Rembisz. Strikes out. 2 gone for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, the big question is, where is Pataxel and Holcroft? It's an interesting lineup when they don't have your name in it.
Well, actually, they're still on the bluff here. They're working in the dugout now. Holcroft, a coach for Portland, as Salk puts a fly ball into center field. Kane going back. He's at the warning track. It's carrying it. It's gone! Yabo, Jonas Salk. And the Pilots take a 1-0 lead off the solo home run.
Yeah, excellent job with the fastball just over the plate, and Jonah didn't miss it, man. It was absolutely blistered. Line drive, home run out of the yard.
Salk's 2nd home run of the season, 4th RBI, and his 7th hit. Team so far, average-wise, he's hitting .429 through 7 games, and he's picking up another hit here. First pitch he sees, sends it right back into center field, and there's a 1-out single for Brady Bean. The 3-1. Abear will lay off of it. And that's a 1-out walk. 2 aboard now for Portland. We'll be dealing with about 9-mile-an-hour winds here at Joe Edsall Field. Possibly 18-mile-an-hour gusts as Howard lines one back up the middle into center field. Bean sent around third, and it gets past Kane in center field. It rolls all the way to the wall. Coming around third and scoring is Abear. Howard will hold up at third, and 2 runs coming to score. It's 3-0 Portland. Back up the middle, and it'll be backhanded behind the bag at second and dropped on the transition. Trying to get the ball out of his glove. Howard will score. He gets its lead off the bag at first, the 1-0 pitch. Scott pulls it towards short. Start over at second for Feliciano. Over to first, not in time. So Scott will reach on the fielder's choice. Talia's retired for the 2nd out.
He thought it was a ball.
Land can't field this one cleanly behind the plate. Scott will take second.
It goes to the wall and run score, and
this one goes off the glove of Hagler. Fielding it is Peterson. He eats it and was going to throw it back to third. Scott never came off the bag. Starting to sprinkle here at Joe Edsall Field. Bruce puts a fly ball into right field. Stevenson, though, will come in, will make the catch.
He's going to be a very great baseball coach someday. Enjoyed my time with him.
Line drive caught by Brady Bean over at second. That'll steal a hit away from Reese Harmon.
Students, great baseball players, but more importantly, just really great dudes, man. Great guys to be around.
Gets it off the end of the bat, pulls it to the right side. Bean charging it, throws it over to Tolia. Almost wide of the bag right there, but it'll stay 1-2-3, no runners on. Chopper up the middle. Salk to his left, behind the bag, throws across his body over to Tolia, and they'll get the first out in the 3rd. Batting .333 through 7 games, 5 starts. This one he pulls to the right side. Bean plays it in shallow right field over to Tolia. And there's 2 gone. Just like that. The 1-1. Hit over to the left side. Scott fields it on the hop. And another 1-2-3 inning for Rembisz on the mound.
1-0, 2-1.
All of them in hitters' counts. Abear lifts this one into center field. Kane is at the warning track. He'll watch it go. Yabo! Curtis Abear! Abear, I believe that's his first home run of his career. And it's a solo shot in the 3rd to add on to the lead for Portland. It's 5-0.
Yeah.
When I first moved out here in the Northwest, College World Series going on as Howard puts one into the gap. That'll be his 2nd hit of the day. It rolls all the way to the wall. We'll get back to that thought as Howard strides into second base with a double after the home run. And so the hits keep coming for Portland.
Yes, it's a jousting helmet.
Tolia squares one up into center field. Kane doesn't have to move. Sticks his glove up, makes the catch. Tagging up from second, moving to third. It's going to be Howard.
Got to work hard, you got to learn something, you got to compete your tail off, and then you got to have fun or it's not worth doing.
Scott will put this one into left center field. Johnson going to it, and it's going to drop in the gap. Misplayed by Kane. Howard will score easily, sliding into second, head first, and safely. It's Spencer Scott. He's got himself a 1 RBI double. So they changed the game to Portland. Ground ball hit over to the right side. It's going to be gobbled up by Feliciano. The throw over to first will retire McCarthy for the second out, moving Scott over to third. Some baseball action. Here's the 1-2 to Bruce. Ground ball left side through the 5-hole. He's got his first RBI of the season. Scott will score. And Bruce has himself an RBI single that'll extend the inning. Salk will come up for his third at-bat. There he goes. Salk waits on it. Lind didn't have a clean transition out of the glove. He'll hold on to it as Bruce moves into scoring position. Feliciano keeps an eye on Bruce. Retreats back to second base. Salk barrels one up into center field and misplayed by Kane underneath his glove. Salk thought about going to second. Now he'll go back to first. Bruce will come in and score off of the single. Ground ball to the right side, slow roller, taken in by Feliciano. Over to first, Lewis will be retired, and that ends the third inning. Exactly how difficult do you think that is for those types of arms like Rembisz, as this ball tattooed into right field, but right at Riley McCarthy. He has to take a couple steps to his left, and he'll make the catch on the fly out.
Ahead of every hitter, 0-2.
And a strikeout for Rembisz. That'll be his fourth, his second on Sam Kane this afternoon. Brandon Stinnett taking over for Feliciano. Flares one out into left field. And on the run, making the catch is Aaron Lewis. And that will end the fourth inning for Seattle U.
Morgan in the dugout down there, Condron that has experience, starting experience.
Had a rough outing against Creighton the other day. Had a career high in hit batters. That was one of the things they did during this offseason was, you're right, they had a few patches on the infield. Fly ball into center field. Kane will come in a couple of steps, makes the catch.
There you're running in the lane and
we'll get to it in just a second. Fly ball out into left field. Going back is Lewis and reaches up, makes the catch in front of the warning track. And a long out for Harmon. First out here in the fifth.
You can touch the white bag or the orange bag, but I think if you...
Ground ball to the right side. Bean keeps his glove on the ground, throws it over to Tolia. Came off the bag. Did he get his foot back on it? He did. And so there's two gone. Yeah, no, you're right. The 0-2. Strike three. Rembisz gets his fifth strikeout in the fifth inning. 3 up, 3 down. Barreled into center field. And making the catch over his left shoulder is Bruce. 1 out here to start off the sixth inning. Off the end of the bat, played by Scott over at third. Actually, that's not Scott anymore. That's Cole Katayama-Stahl, who just came into the game. Johnson goes down on strikes. And Seattle U remains hitless.
He had a pretty good fastball, but he thought he could get this kid out with the changeup, and our catcher ran out there, and from first to worst, you never know.
And a diving stop by Peterson at short. The high throw, though, is going to get away from him. Hebert will stay put at first. Moving over to third is Bean. But what a flash of the leather right there. Runner's going for second. Lind will hold on to it. No attempted throw over to second base. Now it's ball 4 to Howard. He'll take his base, and the bases are now loaded for Zach Tolia.
Relax and go through that process.
Fly ball into shallow left field. Coming in is Johnson, and he'll make the catch on the run. It's still over at first with Howard behind the plate. Ishikawa swings and misses on the breaking pitch from Rembisz. That's strikeout number 8. Sam Kane comes to the plate. He's been a strikeout victim twice so far. One hopper back to Rembisz. The underhand flip over to Tolia, and there's 2 gone here in the 7th. Not much that Stinnett could have done right there, batting from the left-hand side. The 1-2. Back at it, this time with a fastball. And Stinnett will go down with a strikeout.
Mangled, just mangled.
Full count, Katayama-Stahl drives one into the gap, into right center field. It's going back, and it's off the base of the wall. Rounding first and into second, Katayama-Stahl has his first hit of the day, his 3rd hit of his freshman campaign.
Then Trevor Hoffman coming out of the bullpen, man.
This ball popped up into shallow center field. Stinnett is called off by Kane, the center fielder, who will make the running catch, retire Salk. At the time, the 1-2 delivery swung on and missed. First strikeout to Harmon. That's the 9th strikeout now for Rembisz. to a major league ballpark. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Howard will come out in front of the plate, and throw it over to first. Back-to-back strikeouts for Rembisz. Swung on and missed. Rembisz strikes out the side. Ground ball up the middle, and that'll be past a diving Tyler Peterson. 1-2 delivery. Strike 3 called on Bean. And then Harmon's over at first, and then behind the plate there was a change as well. The 1-2. Hebert struck out looking. 2 gone now for Portland in the 8th.
To being the guy that's going to start a midweeker, and I think he's going to have a special year.
Howard gets this between short and third. Stretching from first to third is Nidowitz, and he's in there head first safely. And no, he came off the bag. They're going to say he's out. Tag was applied by Lopez. Just looking it up, by the way, 2 challenges per game for each head coach, and they're going to say Nidowitz is out, and that'll end the 8th inning. Here's a look at it one last time. You see his hand come in. It ends up on the foot. Popped up. Howard tossing his mask behind home plate, and he'll make the catch. First out here in the 9th inning. 2-2 delivery. Rembisz winds up, throws, swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Ryan Rembisz. That's strikeout number 12. No Pilot has ever had a 9-inning no-hitter. The 1-2. Ground ball to the left side. Charging it is Katayama Stahl. Quick release across the diamond, and he does it. A perfect game for Ryan Rembisz and the Portland Pilots. It's never been done here on the Bluff, and Ryan Rembisz just with the distance. A full 9, 12 strikeouts, no walks, no hits. It's an 8-0 win for the Portland Pilots, as we've just witnessed history here on the Bluff.
What a special performance by Ryan Rembisz today.